to polish your boots, whether they're paddock boots, tall boots, whatnot. They get pretty dirty after the horse show, and you want to be able to take care of these and clean them in such a way that you don't lose the shine on your boot. Nothing like having dingy show boots. Alright, so today's boot, you can see, is very, very dirty from the last show, so we're going to give it a good cleaning. This special boot also has fabric in it, so we want to be careful about the fabric that's built into this boot. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do before I even get close to doing any polish is I need to clean all the mud off without saturating my boot. So I have a bucket of clean warm water and a clean sponge that I wring out really well because I don't want it completely wet. And I'm going to go over my whole boot. It's kind of like when we do the tack. You got to get the dirt off first. So I'm going to go over everything. And I'll show you how to get this grunge off the back here. I even, you do the heels as well. Alright, we're not going to polish the bottoms, but you can clean that off. A lot of times I will use a hoof pick to get some of that stuff off the bottom. And you can see this stuff really cakes on, so I need to rinse it often and get it going here. And where I need my fingernails, I use my fingernails. Okay, I'm going to go along the inside of this boot, getting all that wet sand and mud off. Okay. Because no point polishing dirt. I'm going to polish just the boot. Alright. This one's dirty, dirty, dirty. Okay. And you can see this stuff has some, this boot has some stuff caked on the bottom. So I can get a little hoof pick and I can scrape all this stuff off the bottom of this boot without doing any damage. Okay, I can use my brush. So that's how I go about cleaning the bottoms. Okay, so there's my boot. Okay, I've wiped off all the mud, scraped off all the stuff. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and apply my polish. Now, all I normally use, there's all kinds of polish, there's cream polishes and stuff. I don't do it with just those fast wipes. This is a real polish job. So I tend to use Kiwi. There's also another brand, Neapolitan or something, I can't remember what it's called, that's a cream. This one is not a cream. So the type without the cream, believe it or not, I'm going to do a spit polish. So I take a rag, it can be any kind of a soft rag that doesn't leave dust. And inside my Kiwi brand here, I'm actually going to spit to add a little moisture. And it helps apply it. So that's where spit polish comes from, right? So I'm going to put on a thick layer of polish onto my rag. And I'm going to apply it just on the leather parts of this boot, not on the fabric parts. Alright, now when you're polishing, you want to be really careful because anything it touches is going to get stained. So the top parts of your arms, your legs that you're sitting it on, probably going to get marked up with polish if you're not careful. Okay, because I haven't done any wiping off yet. Okay, so I'm going to get another thick layer. Okay. And I go ahead and apply it onto my heels as well, because it makes it nice and black. Okay, you have to get it all. Now, if you had laces on your boots, you just get it right in there. Try not to cake it on your laces. And if it's really dirty, maybe unlace your boot, even though that's kind of a pain. But I just usually polish right around it and try to get into the cracks around the laces. This boot, fortunately, has no laces. Okay, so laying it on generously all over my boot. Anything leather is going to get covered with boot polish. And even if it's rubber, I don't mind. But the fabric stuff, I don't want to get it covered. Okay, so I've got my boot, and I have covered it now with a layer of boot polish. So now before I try to shine, what you want is a soft buffing brush, something like this, and you can get these at the grocery store. And I'm going to buff, and this puts a little bit of shine, but it's not really the shine you want yet. but this is what's going to move the polish into the pores of the leather of your boots, and it'll start working on the shine. Okay, so this is going to get you in the right direction. Okay. Okay. Now, so I've done a little bit of buffing with my brush. And the last step, the third step, actually it'd be the fourth step. Believe it or not, I'm a believer in pantyhose. I don't know what it is about pantyhose, but if you buy yourself a pair of pantyhose, I find this shines up a boot more than anything else. So now that I've buffed it with a brush, I'm going to take my pantyhose, and it doesn't matter what part, and I just rub like heck till I get a high shine. And it works wonders. You can see that shine building up on the foot part right there. Look at that. It's amazing. Get this part a little bit hard given the position I'm in, but I'm trying to stay on video here. So I go ahead and put my arm back in so I get this side, and I scrub, and I'm rubbing hard because I want a high shine. And you'll find that this kind of a boot cleaning will keep your boots nice all day instead of those little quick, wet cleaners, which are good in a pinch, but this is what really takes care of your boots. And if you have brown paddock boots, there's brown shoe polish, and this is just the straight black kiwi polish. And you can see, look at that high shine. So pantyhose are the secret. And I do the exact same thing with the other boot. And then with my towel boots, I always make sure I've got a tree for them so they keep their shape, and take good care of them. Make sure they're never rubbing on anything or laying down or out of shape, and they'll last a long time. So then you're ready to go horse show. All right, happy polishing.